Hi everyone, welcome to our video chat today. I'm Maya, your culinary enthusiast from sunny Florida, and I'm thrilled to share some kitchen adventures with you all. Let's dive in. I want to share a memorable cooking episode I had recently. I was prepping for a big community event where I planned to make my famous bacon-wrapped scallops. They're a crowd favorite, perfect for appetizers, with succulent scallops wrapped in crispy bacon and glazed with a touch of maple syrup. As I got everything ready, I discovered I was out of bacon, right when I needed it most. Bacon, as many of you know, is a type of salt-cured pork, typically from the belly or back. It's a staple in countless dishes like BLTs, bacon cheeseburgers, and breakfast spreads. In Florida, bacon is adored for its rich, savory flavor that pairs wonderfully with our local produce. Let me tell you how I navigated this bacon crisis. Faced with the bacon shortage, I had to think on my feet. Instead of substituting with another meat, they got creative with plantain leaves and prosciutto. I thinly sliced the plantain leaves to mimic the bacon's wrap, and layered prosciutto over the scallops to keep that savory kick. It turned out to be a hit. The plantain leaves added a unique, slightly sweet touch, while the prosciutto provided the necessary saltiness. It was an inventive twist that not only saved the day, but also gave the dish a tropical Floridian flair.
Wow, Maya, that sounds incredible. Using plantain leaves with prosciutto is such a creative solution. It must have added a lovely balance of sweet and salty. In my garden, I grow a variety of herbs that could complement such flavors. Your improvisation reminds me of how we can use what's available in nature to enhance our cooking. I'll have to try something like this with my next veggie wrap.
I completely agree, Sarah. Maya, your idea is both innovative and practical. It highlights the importance of resourcefulness in cooking. On our farm, I often find myself in similar situations where I have to adapt to what's in season or available. Your approach aligns with sustainable practices, which is something I'm very passionate about. This idea of blending different textures and flavors is fantastic, and I can't wait to experiment with it myself.
Maya, I love your inventive use of plantain leaves. It's amazing how you turned a potential problem into a unique dish. It reminds me of when I bake without certain ingredients and have to find new ways to achieve the right flavor or texture. The culinary world needs more of this kind of creativity and adaptability. Your story is truly inspiring, and it makes me want to get more adventurous in my baking.
What a great story, Maya. Your solution shows such creativity and a deep understanding of flavors. The idea of using plantain leaves and prosciutto together is brilliant. It's this kind of ingenuity that makes cooking so exciting. In New York, where we have access to a plethora of diverse ingredients, I'm constantly inspired to try new combinations. I am eager to see how I can incorporate similar ideas into my cooking experiments.
I agree with Chloe. When it comes to buying bacon, one crucial criterion is thickness. In Washington, where we enjoy hearty breakfasts and rich stews, the thickness of bacon affects how it crisps and its overall texture. Thicker slices are perfect for dishes like baked beans or casseroles. I've noticed that thicker bacon holds up better in longer cooking processes, so always check the thickness on the packaging. I had an instance where thin bacon disintegrated in a soup, so now I'm mindful to choose thicker slices.
Emily, that's a great point. Source is another key criterion. In California, we have a strong focus on locally sourced and sustainably raised meats. Knowing where your bacon comes from can ensure it's high quality and ethically produced. I look for bacon from farms that use responsible practices. Once I found a local supplier whose bacon had an exceptional flavor, unlike any commercial brand. So it's worth checking the origin to get the best quality.
Absolutely, Sarah. Another important factor is cure type. In Texas, bacon is often smoked or cured with a variety of flavors. The type of cure can significantly influence the taste of your dish. I prefer naturally smoked bacon with minimal additives, which brings out the rich, natural flavors. I once bought a heavily processed bacon, and it had an artificial aftertaste. So, understanding the cure can make a big difference in your cooking.
I couldn't agree more, Jennifer. I'd add fat content as a crucial criterion. In New York, we love crispy bacon for everything from breakfast to topping gourmet salads. The fat content determines how well The bacon renders and crisps up. I look for a balanced fat-to-meat ratio. Too much fat and it's greasy, too little and it's dry. I remember buying bacon with little fat, and it turned out tough and chewy. Checking the fat content is key to achieving the perfect crisp.
You're all spot on. One more criterion to consider is preservatives. In Florida, where we focus on fresh and healthy eating, I look for bacon with no added nitrates or artificial preservatives. These can affect the flavor and healthiness of the bacon. I once used a brand with artificial preservatives, and it left a chemical taste in my dish. Choosing bacon without these additives ensures a cleaner, more natural flavor.
For alternatives to bacon, I often use tempeh here in California. It's a fermented soy product that can be marinated to mimic bacon's smoky and savory flavor. I love using it in veggie wraps or stir fries. Tempeh has a firmer texture than bacon, which adds a nice bite to dishes. Compared to bacon, tempeh offers a plant-based option that's high in protein and fiber, making it a nutritious alternative.
That's a wonderful suggestion, Sarah. In Texas, I sometimes use smoked turkey as an alternative. It has a similar smokiness and meaty texture to bacon. I've used it in breakfast sandwiches and even as a topping for baked potatoes. While it doesn't have the same fat content as bacon, smoked turkey provides a leaner, healthy option without sacrificing flavor.
I often turn to mushrooms as a substitute in Washington. Portobello or shiitake mushrooms can be sautéed until they have a rich, umami flavor reminiscent of bacon. I use them in pasta dishes or casseroles. Mushrooms have a different texture but offer a deep, earthy flavor that complements many recipes. They're a great option for adding depth without the meat.
I love the idea of mushrooms, Emily. In New York, I use pancetta one out of bacon. It's an Italian cured meat that's similar to bacon but unsmoked. Pancetta works well in pasta dishes like carbonara or added to salads. It's a bit saltier than bacon and less smoky, but it provides some necessary richness and flavor. It's an excellent option for a more authentic Italian twist.
Those are all fantastic alternatives. In Florida, I often use plantain chips as a crispy, sweet alternative. They don't have the same savory flavor, but they add a unique twist to dishes like salad or as a crunchy topping for seafood. The sweetness of plantain chips contrasts nicely with savory elements, offering a refreshing change from traditional bacon. To wrap things up, we've had a wonderful discussion about bacon and its alternatives. I shared my experience with creating a dish using plantain leaves and prosciutto when I ran out of bacon. Sarah talked about using tempeh as a plant-based option. Jennifer highlighted smoked turkey as a lean alternative. Emily brought up mushrooms for their umami flavor. Chloe discussed pancetta for an Italian twist. It's been great to hear all your insights, and I appreciate your contributions. Thank you all for joining our chat today. I hope you found our conversation about bacon and its alternatives as inspiring as I did. Until next time, happy cooking, everyone.